a minute for Steve's Music Minute, yeah.
Greetings all, and welcome to the third Music Minute video on the subject of notation. Today I'm going to discuss notation in regards to piano. Piano has some particular difficulties as far as notation is concerned, namely that the keyboard is laid out in a horizontal fashion, whereas written music tends to be vertically oriented. And this leads to certain problems, particularly with beginning students or children, that what is on the page doesn't necessarily make sense as far as the keyboard is concerned. Notes going higher on the page and going to the right on the piano, or going lower on the page and going to the left on the piano, that's not necessarily intuitive. Add to that the fact that we consider these high notes and these low notes, that's an abstraction as well. There's nothing particularly high about these notes and nothing particularly low about these notes. In fact, most kids, when they think of high and low, they tend to think in terms of volume. And so they will often say, well, no, these must be the high notes because to them, they sound louder. The only thing that sort of makes sense as far as that designation has to do with the fact that these are technically higher numbered frequencies than these are. But there's nothing particularly high about those notes other than they are higher up on the page, which again gets into that whole abstraction problem. So, a couple things that I use to help kids and beginning students sort of unwind this. Number one is to think of turning the music 90 degrees clockwise. So now the notes on the treble clef line up with the right hand, and the notes in the bass clef now line up with the left hand. And to further that, I created this great big staff that can be lined up horizontally with the keyboard. And now, for instance, middle C is there, and you can see that now as the notes go this way on the staff, higher, they go along to the right on the keyboard, and likewise as the notes go this way or lower on the staff, they also line up here, in this case, with the bass clef. So, those of you who are instructors, I'm sure you've run into this issue. And those of us who've been reading music for a long time, it's hard to relate to it because our brains have since gotten long used to sort of decoding this. But anyway, hopefully that will help some of you who may have had some difficulty orienting themselves around the printed page. All right, catch you next time.